My name is Sarai. You are back with Series World. Wait. Okay. Welcome back to Series World, and you are back with Sarai, the person who always forgets how she does her intro, so it's constantly changing. But anyway, I have not made a video since 5 months ago on Valentine's Day. That was the last time I made a video, and I lost like 2 subscribers because I don't have a lot to begin with, so I noticed these things. You know, I love making YouTubes, like I love making videos. I just am not that consistent because of my schedule and because of like technology and editing and those sorts of things. But I do love making videos because I love talking, if you couldn't notice.
Obviously.
So yeah, we are here, and it's actually so crazy that I'm doing this video because I feel like I made a video like this before and never posted it. There's a few videos I made like in between that gap of me not posting, and I just never posted it. Like I made a video last month, but I ended up not posting it because I didn't really like it. And I guess it's not that I didn't really like it, but it just didn't feel necessary. Anyway, we are here now, and this is a necessary video because there are people who have never been to high school before and frantically searching for these types of videos. And I remember before I went to high school, I was one of those people, and I'm pretty sure I made a whole playlist of high school tips and teens and stuff, and it wasn't even like, let me think, was I even that nervous about it? It wasn't that I was exactly like nervous, but I'm just like a playlist type of person. If you know me, I'm an organization type of person. I want to watch all the videos, I want to take all the notes, I want to do all the tips, I want all the schedules, I want to know the time and the date of everything, I want to have all the details. I just sometimes look at life as a step-by-step process with 1, 2, and 3, and if you're missing out 2, how can you get from 1 to 3 without 2, you know? But in reality, life is life, and things happen not in that order. Things happen like 4, 1, 5, 1100, 20. I hope y'all like getting what I'm saying. If you didn't look at the title already, this is a advice for incoming freshmen video. That's probably not how I'm gonna word it, but you know, if you're a freshman, if you're about to be a freshman in high school looking for some advice from a gorgeous, talented, funny senior who doesn't know how to stop rambling once the camera comes around, I'm your girl.
You know it's your girl!
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and your family. And we're gonna get into the video because I am kind of on a time strain, even though I don't necessarily have to like specifically be doing anything until 8 p.m. But you see the organization me coming out. I always have to be organized. So yes, I have an entire schedule, even though I don't have anything I specifically have to do until 8, but I want to specifically do it at this time. My schedule already got messed up because I was supposed to make this video like an hour ago, but that's how, look, what did I say? Things don't always go as planned. And I'm open to that, and I'm okay with that. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna try to have a plan, but if things don't go as planned, it's okay. And I guess that can be your first little tip. Okay, let's for real get into the video now though. I gotta take like, you know what, I'm just gonna screenshot because I find that like me making videos of myself and then screenshotting them, I look so good and they're so much better than just taking photos. I keep looking at myself because I look kind of okay. Photo shoot time. Oh my god, who's that girl? Psych. Okay, I keep playing around. Okay. This is gonna be so cringy looking at me posing for the what you call it? I should put like, cause I don't have like a screenshot to put, but I could be like, or I could pretend one's like falling on me. I am literally so, this is my personality, guys. I love my hair. Can we get into the hair? It's giving black girl magic. I know that.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Oh, one more update I want to make. I was just making another YouTube video, and that is most likely going to be out after this one. And I had already explained it in that one, so if you hear me say this twice, just ignore it. But anyway, I got a cat. You're gonna see it in my second video. And I don't have a nose ring anymore. I'm gonna get another one before the end of the year. I don't know when it's gonna be though. But I had to take it out because I'm not gonna explain why, just for the sake of this video. But yeah, I just want to say that, you know, little updates in my life or whatever. First thing I want to say, first advice I want to give to you freshies is be yourself, please. It is so obvious if you are in middle school about to be a freshman, or if you were already a freshman and you're a sophomore now, I want you to know that whenever you pretend to be someone you're not, whether that's you changing your voice, changing the way you act, any of that, people notice it. You may think you're slick, you're not. I promise you, it's very obvious. And it's kind of sad, like how people go from middle school to high school thinking they have to be a completely different person, and I did too. Like, I wasn't somebody who like talked differently than I did, or even act different than I did, but at the same time, the way I acted, I didn't allow myself to have certain habits that I knew I had and knew made me a unique person, but I didn't show those habits at school because, or characteristics, I guess I should say. I didn't show certain characteristics about myself till I got older because I didn't think that I would be I didn't want to be treated the way I was in middle school. You know, like people mistreated me, people bullied me, people made me feel like I couldn't be myself, you know. So me coming to high school, I'm thinking, okay, not that I was gonna get bullied again. That was not gonna happen even if I acted myself, okay? No, but I didn't want to be treated similarly. I was invalidated a lot too. I didn't want to be invalidated for certain characteristics I had, certain things I went through, you know. So me coming to high school, I'm like, okay, I can't let people know that I went through this in my life. I can't let people know that this is how I am when this happens, you know. I can't let people see this side of me, because then they're gonna associate me with names that I don't want to have associated with me. You know what I mean? So like, if you're one of those, I promise you, what's the one song? This is famous quote by Lauryn Hill, because nothing even matters. Like, it really doesn't. Just be yourself. I promise. And that's the other thing, like, if you're making friends with people who are making you feel like you can't be yourself, or like you're gonna be judged if you show some side of you, unfriend them. Like, why are you even friends with them? Why are you even hanging around people who don't make you feel good, don't make you feel like you can be like you? That's corny. Respectfully and disrespectfully, because you need to understand that. So I go to an art school, so I kind of had the privilege to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, high school is high school regardless. But I will say, me going to an art school, I had going as if I graduated. I did not graduate yet, kids. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of people thought I graduated. Like, a lot of people thought I was a senior last year. It was actually so crazy. Like, teachers and substitutes were literally thinking I was a senior. Some people thought I was a teacher. It was so weird. I'm not trying to gas myself or nothing. I'm literally just telling y'all because it was so funny to me how so many people thought I was class of 2022. And I bet, I'm telling you, I swear to God, when I go back to school, I bet you so many people are gonna think I failed simply because they thought that I was a senior last year. It's so weird. I don't know why. I'm in my right grade, guys. I never failed. And that's not to say, if you have failed, nothing wrong with that. I just want to clarify that I am a senior. Okay? I am in the right grade. So, just want to put that out there. But back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, that's what I was going to say. It was kind of a privilege for me to go to an art school because it's like, we're very expressive and my school is very inclusive. There's still some weirdos there who are not as inclusive as other people, but overall my school is a very inclusive school, very diverse school. So just in case, because you never know how people are, I'm not talking about anybody specifically at my school, but at the end of the day, I go to a high school. In high school, and that's another thing you can take. At high school, there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be somebody who's weird, okay? Regardless, okay? So yeah, I just want to clarify that. It's not a particular person I'm speaking about, but it's a few different people, you know? Because again, you're not going to meet... you're always going to meet a mean-hearted person or an ignorant person somewhere. You know what I mean? So... And so, in a way, it was kind of like it allowed students to be more expressive of themselves than you would at a regular art school. A regular school. But, like, honestly, I would say regardless, like, even if you don't go to an art school, still express yourself the way you want to. The thing I want to add, because I feel like it's necessary... me saying be yourself also goes for people regardless of your sexuality, regardless of your gender identity, like regardless of who you are as a person. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm encouraging you to be confident in yourself and put yourself first. Like, don't dim yourself. Don't make yourself smaller to make people feel comfortable. Make people feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So, because you know that's a different experience for queer people going to high school and being told be yourself, because there's so much hatred. Even, you know, a black person going to a predominantly white school, you know, these are different experiences. So I want you, if that's your experience, if that's the experience you're going to have, I want you to know I hear you, I see you, you know what I mean? I understand. And I want you to still be able to take what I'm saying and use that. Like, don't let people make you feel weird being yourself, being who you are. Be your full self, okay? Much love. I really thought I was gonna finish this video at 6 p.m. Y'all, why would I think that? It is already 5:46 and we're only on the second thing. Okay. Next thing I want to say is create good relationships with your teachers and upperclassmen, but safe relationships, and I'm gonna get into that next, but let's focus on what I mean. So when I say create good relationships with upperclassmen, and I mean like, and teachers, I don't mean like kissing up. I just mean when you create, because I know for me, I remember watching these kind of videos and they would always say, oh yeah, create good relationships with upperclassmen, and it, you know, me never going to high school, I'm like, okay, okay. But when I got to high school, and I started, like, you know, meeting upperclassmen, like 11th grade, 12th graders, when you have a good relationship with them, they can just help you out. That's what I mean when I say creating good relationships. Having somebody who supports you and wants to help you and, you know, has good intentions with you, and somebody who can just kind of be like an older sibling for you at school. You know? Wouldn't that be cool? So that's what I mean when I say creating good relationships. And then when I say create good relationships with your teachers, that is very important. Okay, just jumping in again because I wanted to explain this a little bit better. So I'm gonna give an example. I was taking a Chinese course in this college program that I'm in, and it was so hard for me. Like, it was so complicated because it was traditional Chinese, and I was always used to Mandarin simplified Chinese, so it was much harder. And so we had a Chinese teacher at my high school. I take high school and college courses, and basically every Wednesday there would be time for every student to be able to go to different teachers and get like tutor help on things and assignments. And so again, I'm not in her class, but since I'm in high school, you know, since I go to that school, I went in her classroom. I'm like, hey, I'm not in your class, but I take Chinese at this college, and would you be able to explain this and that? And she helped me a lot, and from there she just was really kind of like a tutor. Even though she was a teacher, she was just so helpful. And once the course was over, I still, you know, I would pop in her room every now and then saying hi, and then eventually I started just coming in her room like consistently, because also since I take college courses, I also get out of high school early, which means that there are times when I'm in high school and I have nothing to do, no classes. Like, yeah, I could do homework, but there's sometimes when I don't have homework and you have to be somewhere. So I just started going in her room, and it was so, like, I loved talking to her. We would talk about stuff if she didn't have a class, and it was just so cool having that, you know, a healthy relationship with a teacher. And even now, you know, she moved and everybody misses her. Her name is Miss Wu, and if you see this, the whole school loves you. Like, literally, the whole school misses you. So yeah, but that's what I mean, you know, creating a good relationship with the teacher. It's just overall helpful for you. I'm literally gonna lose so much storage on this phone, but at the same time, I now have like 128 gigabytes, which is amazing. So like, even if this takes up storage, it's not gonna take up storage forever, because then I'm just gonna post it and it's gonna be gone, you know. But oh yeah, that too. I'm not gonna go into the whole story again because of like time. But my other phone broke, so I have a new phone. That's why I have more storage now. So yay! But it is smaller, I will say. It's much smaller, but it's still cool. So this kind of goes into what I was saying about creating good relationships with upperclassmen, but also safe relationships. If you are a freshman, there is no reason you should be with upperclassmen. If you don't understand the terms yet, let me tell you. Lowerclassmen is 9th and 10th grade. Upperclassmen is 11th and 12th grade. You, as a 9th grader, should not be dating somebody who is in 11th or 12th grade. Okay, you can be friends with them, like, that's, you know, and even 12th grade, like it will make more sense for a 9th grader to be friends with an 11th grader or a 12th grader. I mean, it will make more sense for a 9th grader to be friends with a 10th or 11th grader. 12 is still pushing it then. But friends, like somebody that you know, y'all are like, oh hi, you know, like again what I was saying before, like a big brother little sister type of thing, or big sister little sister, big sister younger brother, was I saying little younger brother type of relationship, that is fine, you know. But there's no reason. 12th is like the worst out of the worst. 11th itself is pushing it. 12th grade is the worst, because why are you somebody who just like most ninth graders? First of all, I know some who were 13. Some of y'all are 13. I bet some of y'all 12, aren't y'all? Some of y'all are 12. No, but some of y'all are 13 and 14, turning 14 and 15. Yup, I'm gonna be legal. I'm gonna be 18. What would I look like dating somebody 13, 14? That's gross. You see what I'm saying? That's like that's like 3 to 5 year difference. There's no reason y'all should be That is giving pedophile. Pedo pick the peck of pickles. Like, no. Okay? So, that's called manipulation. If somebody is saying, oh, you're so mature, you don't act like the other girls your age, you don't act like the other boys your age, because some of y'all boys too, and this, I'm always saying this, a lot, when it comes to pedophilia towards younger boys, it is so normalized, even by older men. Like, there are older men who think it's funny. There are teenage boys who think it's normal. Even younger boys who think it's normal. You as a little boy, teenage boy, you should not be with somebody that old. Like that's still pedophilia. It doesn't matter what your gender is. If you have this older person making you think it's okay to date them, that's called a pedophile. That's called manipulation. They are manipulating you into thinking that it is okay and that it is normal because you're all so different, when in reality you are still a child. Period. Who? If you're not better, stick to people in your own grade or people one grade ahead of you. So this goes into what I was saying about, you know, building a good relationship with your teachers. And one factor that comes out of that is communication and understanding. Let me tell you why communicating with your teacher is so important. I have so many who have just told me, oh, you know, I can't get this done, and I know I'm gonna get a bad grade on this, and oh, I don't know what to tell her, I don't know what to tell him because this is happening, and I don't, it's just like they're always telling me that they can't do this and they can't do that, and I'm like, okay, that's valid. Did you tell your teacher? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, why don't you tell your teacher so that you have time to get this done? And they're like, oh. I don't know, like, it's just weird to me, because, and I understand some people, you know, they have anxiety. Some people, they don't really know how to speak to older people. They don't know how to, they're shy, social anxiety. I understand that. And then some people, you know, they just have bad social skills, bad at being able to, again, speak with other people and explain themselves, or that they have mean teachers and they're scared that, you know, they're gonna look like they're trying to make excuses for themselves. But I'm telling you, communicating with your teacher can help you so much. Okay, it is so important. If something happens where you're not able to get your work done, if you tell them right away, hey, this just happened and I don't know if I can complete this on time, would it be okay if you gave me some extra time tomorrow to work on this? I promise you that's going to help you. And let me tell you something, actually. So I was in a business program recently, just a few weeks ago, and I knew about it. I had already registered for it before I got put in one of my summer college classes. And so I told, even before I told the teacher before the class even started. And by that I don't mean like, oh, a few hours, no, I mean like 1 or 2 weeks before the class even started, opened up, right? So I told, because I was already, I already knew that I was gonna, anyway. So I tell my teacher, hey, nice to meet you. I'm going to be one of your students this summer. I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing this from this date to this date. I believe that I can bounce back quickly. I just wanted to let you know in case I need a little extra time completing anything. He was very understanding about it. When it came to that time, I got on a meeting with him and we were talking about it and everything, and I was able to get that extra time. And there were even some points where I'm like, okay, I know we talked about this, but I'm still not sure if he was just very understanding. Why? Because I communicated with him ahead of time that I was doing something important and that I was going to need extra time and that I may not be able to get all the work done. But because of the fact I actually reached out to him and let him know, showed him that I am a good student who cares about getting their work done, cares about speaking up, and he was understanding. And that can be you. That can be you right there. You see what I'm saying? So communicating is very important. Okay? So on the topic of homework, I want to mention, get your homework done early. And like, I procrastinate too. It's normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. But if you try to enter that mindset at y'all age, you're gonna be good for the rest of high school. Get your work done early. I'm telling you, it will help you out so much. And I hate how there's this, some classes have this rule where you can't do your homework in class even if y'all aren't doing anything because, oh, it's called homework. So it's like you're setting me up. You purposely want me to wait till last minute to do it so that I can fail. Because why wouldn't you be happy to see a student wanting to do their work, wanting to complete their work? I never got that. Let me get the work done. Why? I'm not trying to do this at home. I want to relax at home. I have other things to do. Most of us have a job. You think I really have a lot of time to do all of this work? Let me do it now, especially if we're not doing anything. If it's like we're doing something and I need to pay attention, I understand that. But teachers, if you're watching this, look, hi. But I have something with you. I have something to nitpick with you. Let students do their work in class if there's free time for them to do so. Let them get their work done early. Don't you want a student who wants to get their work done and wants to get an A? Hello? That's a good thing. Okay, anyway. Yeah, get your work done early. Prioritize it because that way too. So, for example, when it comes to like college courses, at least for this one that I'm in, for most of them, the one that I'm in, it has 3 sections throughout the whole course. And so the first section is due in about 2.5 weeks. Oh, all of them are due in about 2.5 weeks. So, but you have a few different things that you have to get done, right? And that saying, I'm prioritizing it now, but I didn't prioritize it the first 2 sections. So if you try to get your work done, so for me, I'm trying to get my work done this week and next week, so that the last week I'm pretty much through everything, right? Because again, it's like 2.5 weeks. But that's saying you can still apply that to you. If you know that you want to do, if you have a situation where it's like a project due or something, or even if you have homework that's maybe due in 2 days, just do it when you get home. That way, the next day, you can chill. You can relax. And then the day that it's due, here you go, Miss Porter. Here you go, Miss White. Here you go, Mr. Froggy Pants. Turned in, completed, and not one sweat or stress mark in sight. Why? Because you listened to Saraz's advice, you did your homework on time, you did it early, And now you're stress free, and you have time to go to work. You have time to do what you want to do. You have time to play with that, play with this, play with boopa boopa ba boom ba boom jigga la ba ba. Should I edit that out? Nah. I feel like, okay, I'm going to be doing a lot of editing. Next topic, being organized. So I have this planner that I got on a college visit site thing or whatever. I forgot what you call it. It's like when you go to it's an event where they have different colleges come in and you get to talk with all the different colleges and stuff. And they had some supplies and things you could get, and one of them was a planner, and I'm so glad I picked this up. I am obsessed with planners. Like I said, I am the type of person that always have to make a schedule, have to know the exact time, exact date, all of that. So I always buy planners, okay? And you should too. So I'm busy this week and next week. So like if you look in here, you know, so you write the month, and then in the other section, oh, I didn't write it, but you write the week of, and then you put the, it's just like, you see all this space, like this is just an amazing planner. Getting a planner is gonna help you out so much. I write all, like everything I need to do, all my homework that I need to get done, I write it in here, and it just helps me stay focused. It helps me stay prioritized. It helps me just be responsible about my work and getting it done, and knowing like when it's due and everything. It's just really helpful, because sometimes like you can put something on a calendar, but let's say you walk into your room, oh no, that's not a good example. Okay, you can put something on your calendar, but let's say you are going out or something, and you, next thing you know, you get an email saying, oh, you got this. You can put it on your phone. Okay, I'm not using good examples. You just need a planner. Just get a planner. Trust me. Get a planner. Okay? Stop being cheap.
And I
got a lot to say to y'all. I am so tired of y'all acting like suitcases are not valuable bookcases. Or book bag. I said bookcases. Okay. Take two. I am tired of y'all acting like suitcases are not valuable book bags. Okay? And yes, I said what I said because I said what I meant.
period.
I first started my junior year of high school. I had a book bag like everybody else, right? But then I had so much stuff to carry that I got a what's it called? I forgot what it's called. It's not like super serious, but it's something most people have to go to the hospital for. And so long story short, the book bag sent me to the hospital because my back could not handle the book bag.
That's what she said.
Okay? Like, it was that serious. So what happened? I got a suitcase. And at first I'm like, a suitcase? People are gonna make fun of me. But then, next thing I know, look, if you go to CSA, you don't want to admit this. I know you don't want to admit this, but if you have if you have a suitcase, you know it's because of me. Can we just? It's given trendsetter. Let's not act like I didn't start that. Because when I first brought a suitcase to school, people were looking at me a certain way, like, oh my God, is that a suitcase? Yeah, it's a suitcase. Next thing I know, I see another person's suitcase. I see two people's suitcase. I'm like, wait a second. Where did y'all come from? Me! I birthed y'all. I am the reason you exist. No, I'm just playing. I'm not though.
I guess you could call me a trendsetter.
But yeah, okay. Suitcases are just much more helpful. So if you have, honestly, I would say get a suitcase. Don't do a book bag. Get a suitcase. Unless you think you can handle like a book bag with all the work that you're gonna have in high school, okay. If you want to have a broken bag going up like 3 flights of stairs, if you want. But I'm telling you, a suitcase is much more helpful. I will say, when I first had a suitcase, I had to get used to it, and I fell 1 or 2 times, but then I didn't fall, and that's what matters. So, and if you get a cute suitcase, then people can compliment your suitcase, because people complimented my suitcase sometimes, and I'll be like, oh my God, thanks, thanks. Okay, so if you have a suitcase, don't be embarrassed. Either this trend on Twitter or TikTok where like you're pretending to give advice to freshmen, but it's actually bad advice, and only like the people who were older knew that it was bad advice, and so it was funny. Oh, I did not participate in that though. Like, the advice I'm giving y'all is actually valuable, okay? So don't get it twisted. But I do want to say that was a trend when I was first getting a taste of the whole upperclassman life, right? And one of the things somebody said was, oh, you should get a suitcase and roll around the school, something like that. And that was supposed to be like bad advice. But what happened? I got a suitcase, the upperclassmen. And what happened? It was necessary. So if you're thinking about getting a suitcase, don't feel weird about it. Get a suitcase, okay? Because it is helpful. That honestly leads me to my next thing. And you may be like, how does suitcases lead you to your next thing? But if you get a suitcase that carries a lot, and I do want to also add on to what I said about the suitcase, that you're probably going to find people who are going to want to help you carry the suitcase, because like I will say, going down the stairs and having to grab it could be kind of difficult sometimes. But I did bring a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know, I always just bring more stuff than I need. But we'll find people who, at least I hope you find people or come across nice people who want to help you carry your suitcase sometimes, because I did, and I appreciate those people. So I just want to mention that. But also, lockers are unnecessary. Why do lockers exist? I mean, obviously we know why lockers exist, but they don't help at all. And you know the funny thing? I went to middle school where we never had lockers. I was so jealous of people who had lockers. That was one of the #1 things I was looking forward to in high school, because it's like, all you see, like when you're watching a high school movie and you see them at their locker doing, it's so satisfying. And I'm like, oh my god, you have a locker? I want a locker, my own little thingy thing, and then I can decorate it and everything. That never happened. I had about 7 different lockers my freshman year. Ended up not using any of them. They were so terrible. It was so, and then like again, me being a freshman, me being in middle school and never having lockers, and like I guess that wasn't too normal for other middle schools. Let me know if you had a locker in middle school, because I guess some people did and I never had one. So I had cubbies, like but at the same time, my middle school experience is pretty different than like a lot. I'm not gonna say most, because I know some people who went to a similar school like mine, but I want to say it is different than a lot of people I have met and a lot of people who exist in the world, I will say. I guess it's not really advice per se, but kind of like my opinion, I guess. So take it how you want it, if it's necessary or if it correlates with how you feel. But lockers are not that big of a deal. Like, they're really not. Because like okay, let me take this. You can take this as a warning, okay? Now reporting. Oh wait, hold on. I have to get a like reporter voice.
This just in, breaking news.
Okay, wait. This
Just in, a new student victim has just found out that their locker cannot be opened.
Dun dun dun! For the 160th time! Dun dun dun! As if that's a number that actually exists! Dun dun dun! So yeah, I had 7 lockers and most of them got jammed. A lot of them I could not open. My freshman year, one of my phones, I said one of my phones as in like my lifetime in high school, because this is now my 3rd phone that I've had since the beginning of my high school year. But my phone got stolen in my freshman year. Oh my god, that was such a specific time for me. I was carrying this little 5C phone and people were calling it like a builder block or something, or like like a charging block cord. Like, people were just making some, like, my friends were making so much fun of it, and I'm like, it's temporary. But so basically somebody stole my phone, and they were very creative with it. They stole the phone, but they took the phone case, mind you. So I had a clear phone case, and it's true what they say, people with clear phone cases always put stuff in there. And no, I didn't want people to see the stuff in there. I just didn't care. It was just so helpful. I don't know, it was such a habit for me to just pop stuff in my phone case. But so I would put a lot of stuff in there. Not like, and the only important thing I put in there that got stolen was my locking combination. So that day, also mind you, I had those things that you pop socket on the case. They stole that too. But so I had gotten my 6 locker. Yes, 6. I've had between 4 and 7 lockers. I'm not sure if it's specifically 7, but it's between 4 and 7. It is more than 3. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's more than 3. But I'm pretty sure that was the day I got my 6 locker combination, right? New locker, cool for me. And so because I had just got it that day, you know, I can't remember. You know, the smart thing would have been to just put the number in my phone, but I wasn't thinking that. Because I'm just like, okay, I'll do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I get the locker combination, I put it in my phone, because it was just so, like, normal for me to do that, right? So I put it in my phone case. They stole my locker combination. They just stole everything except for the phone case, which they wrapped in wet toilet paper, because I guess they put it in the toilet and somebody took it out and wrapped it in toilet. It was a mess. They were creative. They were creative, and it was really weird. But yeah. So that's saying you may not have a good locker, and if that's the case, just don't use a locker. Unless, like, if you really need a locker, use a locker. But you just don't be surprised if you end up having 7 lockers, like somebody who won't be named because you're looking at her. So the next thing I want to say is, don't be scared to make new friends and to do things at your school. If you have a club, if you have these programs, join them. If you're somebody who really cares about college, colleges look at that. They look at what kind of clubs and sports and things that you're doing. So don't be scared to join a club. Don't be scared to join a program. Just don't, like, overthink it. Just do it, okay? If it seems interesting to you, do it. You know, and even if, like, don't join something if you really don't think you're gonna like it. But don't not join something just because you don't know much about it. So, like, let's say it's a photography club and you've never done photography before, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it, I don't know anything about it, but you are curious. It's not that you think you're gonna dislike it, you're just unsure about it because you've never done it before. Do it. You never did it before, so do it. If you have some kind of curiosity about it, go for it, you know. So yeah, please join clubs and programs. They're so fun. And as far as programs are a little bit different than clubs, obviously. They usually last longer, more commitment, you know. So, like, let's say there's a college program or something, and again, only join things that you are interested in. I'm not saying to just join something just because, but don't be scared, you know what I mean? And if you think it's really gonna help you, then you should probably do it. So don't just ignore these clubs and programs, is what I'm saying. They're there for a reason. So the least you should do is at least check it out, see what it can do for you. Just take it kind of seriously, you know what I mean? So, you know, again, if there's a program that could help you academically, check it out. Now, if it lasts for the whole school year, if you really like school, you can go ahead, but I'm not going to judge you if you don't want to do that. But, for example, if it's a program that may just be 3 weeks, for example, why not do it? Especially if it's going to benefit you academically or anything like that, you know? Be open to that kind of stuff And then also what I was saying with making new friends, meeting new people, like, again, maybe you're shy, maybe you have anxiety, maybe you're scared people are going to judge you for being different. That's why you create boundaries. And that's why you only go around people who make you feel good and treat you good, you know? But that saying, you won't know if somebody is actually going to have your best benefit if you don't talk to them, if you don't get to know them. You won't know what kind of intention people have for you or what kind of person people are until you actually talk to them. And I know, like, to people who may have gotten bullied or just experienced, like, again, a lot of hatred or just getting made fun of, it's kind of like you don't, not necessarily that you become the bully, but that you instantly judge people. And often we don't look at that as judging. We look at it as more of a defense mechanism and coping mechanisms, but they can be that while still being you judging a person. And the main thing is, you can't judge people that you don't know. So, you know, you may be scared that somebody's going to treat you like the other person did, but you won't know until you actually get to know them, because some people have RBFs. RBFs exist, okay? I know one specific person when I first, oh my god, we always laugh about this. We're literally really good friends. And we grew extremely close very fast. But when I first met her, I thought she was gonna be mean because she looked like she was ready to beat somebody up. Whole time she was literally so nice, like she was super sweet. Why? Because I actually got to know her. You know? So same with this other girl. So it's like you can't be scared, okay? Just like go up to people, please. And I took, you know, in my business class, in my business program, each morning we would have a class with a man named Donald Wayne. And if you're watching this, hi, you're amazing. And I'm sure people who know him will be able to say the same thing, that he taught a lot about creating good relationships with people and speaking to people and always having your attention when people are talking, just like the proper way to treat people. You know what I mean? And I feel like this year, and just overall, like this year and last year, no, I should say this year specifically, I was really distancing myself from people because, you know, I'm growing and I'm creating boundaries, and I was tired of people treating me a certain way. But from that, even though it's good, it's like, okay, you're getting rid of people who don't make you feel good. With that, I was also limiting myself to people in general. There's this, oh my god, I could really go on about the negative influences TikTok has on people, but me saying this with TikTok. But there's this new trend of, you know, being okay, there's positives and negatives of this. Many positives, but nobody is talking about the negatives of this. There's like this trend of people who are entering their own zone, you know, really like catering to their own lives, doing it, like, you know, trying to heal and trying to get rid of people who don't make them feel good. That is great. And trying to learn how to be comfortable being alone, trying to learn how to have fun on their own and be happy on their own. But at the same time, everybody wants to be a therapist on TikTok now and tell you that if you feel like, oh, I wish I had some friends to hang out with, oh no, you don't know how to spend time alone, you need to spend time alone, you're depressed, you're not doing anything for your life. And obviously, again, this isn't like what people are actually doing. Again, I know there are many positives, and it is very important to have a good, healthy relationship with yourself and know how to feel good on your own. But Stop making people feel bad for wanting to be around people, wanting to get to know people, wanting to create relationships with people. I feel like that's who I started to become. Like, I had been so influenced and inspired by this idea of self-love and a healing journey and being alone and not needing anybody and being that girl, right? There's this whole thing, there's this whole trend with the my that girl routine and just, you know, the it girl lifestyle, romanticizing my life, all of that. But nobody talks about how there's kind of these negative undertones. And don't even get me understated with when privilege comes up in that conversation. But we're not gonna get into like the deep stuff with that. I just want to say that with that, again, there are many positives, but nobody's talking about the negatives, and one of them is that it's dividing us. We don't know how to talk to other people now. We don't even think we need to talk to other people because we have this idea that we need to be on our own, and that, again, like, that you need to be in this mindset of not needing anybody and being independent. And anybody who grew up like that, myself included, I'm somebody who, you know, I still have to, like, I now am trying to force myself to be okay with letting people do things for me, because there's just been so many times where I've been like, oh, I got it. I remember this specific time. I could ramble about this, but I'm not going to. Just, like, be open to making relationships. It is okay to want friends, okay? It is okay to want to be around people, I promise you. And if you don't want to, maybe you're watching this video like, oh, girl, you're speaking facts, but I prefer to stay alone in my own room, sleeping all day. That is perfectly fine. You know, again, people have anxiety, people are shy, and some people are introverts. Maybe you're not shy. Maybe you don't have anxiety. You just like being alone. That's fine. That's great. But just be open to meeting new people. Just be open, you know? Because you can meet a lot of wonderful people that will last a lifetime, you know? So it's worth it. Along with this idea of meeting new people, creating new friends, again, comes boundaries. You should not be around toxic people, manipulative people, people who make you feel like you can't be yourself, as I said before. You need boundaries. And that's one thing I really learned, because I was somebody who was sensitive but didn't want to admit they were sensitive. I was a healer. And still to this day, I'm somebody who always tries to make people feel heard. I try to make people feel appreciated. I try to make people feel good. And so I was always, all of middle school, I was the therapist friend. Even in high school, up until now, to be honest. I mean, that's not to say that people don't, you know, can't vent to me. I hope people feel comfortable communicating to me about how they feel, but like, it's not as much. It's just, you know, I created these boundaries so that certain people don't enter my life like they used to back then before that. So I was the therapist friend. People were always venting to me, and, you know, venting me till 2, 3 a.m. and I didn't know how to say, hey, I'm actually tired. Why? Because I cared about people a lot, and I wanted to make sure that they go to sleep feeling like they have a good friend. Meanwhile, I can't go to sleep. But with that also came people who took advantage of that. And that's the thing. I see so many people who will be like, I'm a lover, and my problem is that I keep trying and trying and trying, and I try to be there for everybody but can't be there for myself. Don't be one of those people, please. Please, don't be one of those people. If you are one of those people watching this, even if you aren't a freshman, and I want to say that too, you don't have to be a freshman to take what I'm saying. If you haven't done anything I'm saying and you feel like you can use it, even if you don't feel like you can use it, because I bet you do need to use it, please listen to me. You don't need to be the therapist friend. Are you a therapist? Did you go to college? Did you get your bachelor's and your master's degree in psychology? No. Are you a doctor? No. Okay. So telling your friend, hey love, I want to make sure that you feel heard. I want you to know that I appreciate you, and you can talk to me tomorrow, but right now I need to get some sleep. It is okay to say that. It is okay to say, hey, I want to make sure you feel heard. I appreciate you. I hope everything that's going on can be resolved and that your life can be improved, but I need some time for myself and I don't have the energy to take in all of this right now. Please normalize that, okay? I know a lot of y'all don't like that word normalize, but it's a necessary word, right? Because we have made it seem like certain things aren't necessary when it is. And there's this, like, as a friend, yes, you should be there for your friends, but at the same time, some of y'all, if you are not familiar with the term trauma dump, maybe it's because you are the one doing it. If you are somebody who always, text your friend or text your friend just randomly venting about something going on in your life without asking if they have the energy to listen to you, you are trauma dumping. Why? How is it dumping? Because you're just dumping all of your feelings and everything onto your friends. And it's great that you trust them. It's great that they make you feel comfortable to do that. But are you thinking about how your friend feels? Are you thinking about what your friend is going through that day, if they have the energy to listen to all that? You may think like, oh, well, my friend isn't the best at responding to my vents, or my friend, isn't the best at making me feel better. But at the same time, maybe your friend isn't really in the mood to listen to you vent right now, and that's valid. And you deserve to have somebody and have something that you can vent to, but maybe it's not that friend right now, and you just need to accept that. You can't vent to everybody at any time. People have lives. People have their own energy system. Let me tell you too, people pick up on energy. So if you are sad and trauma dumping, now your friend is sad because they're taking in your energy so you feel better, but now they're left with your negative energy. You get that? And maybe you don't get that, and that's because you may not have the mindset to understand that right now, and that's okay. But you need to still hear it. And that too, stay away from people who do that. People who don't consider your feelings. That's also something. Just don't deal with that. People who constantly want to ask you for advice just to not even follow it. Just to have to constantly ask you for advice again. Girl, I thought you were going to break up with DJ today. But you didn't. You said you were going to block DJ. You didn't block DJ. You come to me again saying, what should I do? Block DJ. You don't block DJ. Why do you keep coming to me? You're not even listening to me. Now I'm drained. Because you keep telling me the same thing. I'm telling you the same thing. Nothing's happening. Why are you even venting at this point? You're not doing anything. It's just a cycle that I'm now into. That I'm now wrapped into, And I'm like, I love him. I don't love him. I love him. I don't love him. Girl, you're trapped. You don't know how to feel. You're trapped. You love him. You don't love him. You love him. You don't love him. You're trapped. Anyway, yeah. So stay away from those people. But also, again, toxicity, manipulation. If you have a friend who is constantly in drama and deep down inside you know that maybe they're constantly in drama because they kind of started, and maybe they don't start it, but they're just always in drama 24/7, and now you're getting wrapped into it. Why are you friends with them? Why are you friends with somebody who's not taking other stuff seriously? Like, don't be friends with people. If your friend is constantly fighting somebody, constantly doing something, going back and forth with somebody, and you're like, girl, we about to fight you. I was about to do my work. You over here wanting to fight. I was about to do my work. I was about to eat some food. Look, some of y'all are gonna look at it as, oh, why don't you want to back your friend up? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you are a rap, We are in high school. Why are you still fighting, doing all of this and that in high school? Like, grow up. Come on. It is, what, 9 a.m. in the morning. Y'all are fighting on the tables. For what? Grow up, please. I am tired. What are we doing? Grow up and be around people who are grown up. Be around mature people. Like, why would you want to be around somebody like that constantly? Okay? I'm not saying like if... Just be smart. Please be smart about your friends, okay? Like, you understand what I'm saying. I hope you do. You shouldn't be around people who are going to bring a lot of drama to your life, because you don't need that. You're trying to live your life, not live in the jail cell. Because look, once you turn 18, you won't be able to get away with fighting people. I'm telling you. I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just saying, consider. Just consider, okay? And I'm not forcing you either. I'm not forcing you to take anything I'm saying. Just consider. See a new perception about life. Perspective about life. Okay? Okay. And then also, I just want to say, like, just really, please don't feel scared to cut people off. If somebody is not making you feel good, even if you just met them, like, don't ignore the red signs, okay? Please. Please. If you feel like somebody is only coming to you, only wants to be your friend for a specific reason, maybe you have your own little business and they want some free stuff and they're like, oh, if I'm friends with her, she's gonna give me a discount. Or if they're only coming to you for homework advice and, hey, can you do my homework? Oh, you're such a great friend. You only text me for homework. We're not friends. You know, like, please. Watch who your friends are. Make friends, but don't be afraid to cut them off. Ooh. Okay, y'all still heard that. Okay, so I was somebody who was bullied since elementary school, okay? I was bullied from elementary school all the way to like 8th grade. And even then, there were still people who were like just rude to me for no reason and trying to make me feel bad about myself, you know. And I wanna just say, if you don't know, I published my first book when I was 13 years old, and it was from me getting bullied, and I wanted to inspire other young people who are also getting bullied and give them some advice. It's on Amazon. Y'all should get it. Hence, bully free zone, you know, no more bullying. So yeah, I have experience with bullying, and me going into high school, I just became a completely different person. I wish somebody would try to bully me right now. Who? What? You're mad, you're jealous, you're a hater. I wish somebody would try to bully me. Like, I don't care about you. You don't even exist to me. Honestly, if you are a bully, I am telling you, especially if you are a bully in high school, you look so stupid. You look miserable. Oh my god. Ew. Lame. Like, it is actually so embarrassing to be a bully. At this age, at your grown age, you are grown. You are a teenager. Why are you still bullying people? Like, it's actually really weird. It is. Are you okay? Do you need therapy? Something has to be wrong up here if you really are going out of your way to make other people feel bad. Like, I just don't understand it. It actually is weird to me. I'm not, like, all of this, I know I'm joking around, but it actually is extremely weird to me. I don't understand it at all. Why? I just want to know why.
But you did this for what? Why not? Why? Why not? Why though?
It's really weird. Like, it's one thing to be mean to anybody, but then you picking on a specific person, it's just weird. But even then, it's like, why are you mean to people? Why are you purposely rude? It's not cute. I know a lot of people think it makes them different. It adds to their personality. Oh my god, I'm so quirky. No, you're just rude. You're just miserable. And you need to get a life. Respectfully.
You are dumb, unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented.
So yeah. That's saying, if you are somebody who is like me, and you know, in middle school or elementary school you were getting bullied, and now you're going to high school and you're scared that somebody's gonna treat you bad, I want you to know, first of all, you're amazing. You, if you don't have anybody, you got me. You have me right here. Like, no, on some real stuff though, if you are somebody who is going through that and you need to vent or you need a new friend, please text me. I love meeting new people, and you don't deserve that, Stink. You don't deserve that. You deserve somebody who makes you feel good, and you deserve to be around people who make you feel good. So for real, if you're going through that, let me know. I got you. But if you're going to high school, I want you to know a few things about bullying. First of all, like I said, they are miserable. And once you, for so long, I saw these people as people above me and just like the cool kids. Once you don't see them like that anymore, once you get rid of that image of somebody being cool, like, oh, they're just cool and I'm not cool enough to stand up for myself. No! What? That doesn't even make sense. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. They are not cool. It is, I'm telling you, it is embarrassing to be a bully. That is so embarrassing. Like, I'm not lying. And it feels surreal because people don't see it as that. People see it as like, oh, they're just a bully. Oh my god, she's so cool. No, they're not cool. They're weird. It's weird. Like, you're psycho. Okay? So once you see these people for who they are, weirdos, I'm telling you, you won't be scared of these people, okay? So understand that these people are not cooler than you. They're just really weird, and they only live off of the power that other people, insecure people, give them. Because they are insecure themselves, and the only way that they feel good about themselves is by doing that to you to uplift themselves. You are their stool. They're standing on you. So what happens if a stool moves? They're gonna fall. Don't be the stool. Don't let people stand on you. I'm telling you. I'm speaking facts right now. I'm telling you. Okay? Don't be people's stool. Don't make people feel good by putting you down. And don't be afraid to make people uncomfortable. Okay? And that's still something that I'm learning and I'm trying to become better at. Being comfortable making other people feel uncomfortable. I always say there is no way we can create change in the world unless people are able to feel uncomfortable. Okay? Uncomfortable with their ignorance, uncomfortable with their mindsets rooted in ignorance, racism, homophobia, sexism, all of that. We won't be able to get rid of that or just help it, like improve the world, unless we make people uncomfortable. Okay? Make them uncomfortable. Make them feel embarrassed. Make them think, oh my god, ew. Yeah, ew. Yeah, ew. 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 I don't care. Make them uncomfortable. Really. Okay? So yeah, if you're coming to high school, don't let these people bully you. They don't matter. I'm telling you, these people do not matter. And please, if you're getting bullied, speak to somebody. Please tell somebody. I am telling you, a person who got bullied to another person getting bullied, I am telling you, please tell somebody. You don't deserve to go through that alone. Like, you don't. Okay? Please tell somebody. Okay? So, I forgot to mention too, if you see somebody getting bullied, wait, let me see if I can. If you see somebody getting bullied, please say something, okay? Like, I'm telling you, they're gonna appreciate it so much. There were, like, when I was little and people would say stuff to me, there were some people who definitely did, you know, like, step in, and I appreciate. I remember specifically, we were on the playground and there were these two girls and they were making fun of me, saying that I'm not strong and that I'm stupid and all of this stuff, right? And so then we got in line and one of the girls said something to me again, and there's this specific boy, I will never forget him. He checked one of the girls, and he was like, I don't remember specifically what he said, but he would just like, enter name, I don't know why you're talking like this when you can't even do this. It was just something like that, something like, oh, you want to act like you're like this, but you're something. He just said something like that, and I just was so, like, I appreciated that so much. I was like, thank you. Like I felt so good after that. So I'm telling you, if you defend somebody and you help somebody out, you're gonna make their day. And why wouldn't you want to make people feel good? Why wouldn't you want to help people out? Like, just help people. If you see somebody getting picked on, please just do something about it. Or at least, like, even if you don't say anything to the person who's doing it, if you just go up to that person and you maybe you invite them to sit with you and you become friends with them, or you compliment them, you're just gonna make them feel so good. Okay, so just make people feel good. Okay, then with that, I want to also just lead it into the next thing I'm going to say. You can make so much change in your school. If there is a certain issue going on that you are very passionate about and you want to make a change in your school, please feel free to do so. I don't know what it's like going to a predominantly white school, because I've always been to a predominantly black school, but I know that I'm sure there can be, well, I know there can be a lot of racism. Okay, a lot of racism, a lot of prejudice, a lot of racial themes that go on in a predominantly white school. As a person of color and speaking black woman to other black women, black men, in any gender who is a black person, we know, black person to another black person, we know how it can be. That's saying, if you want to like make some kind of team or something, or just build some kind of club that helps with that, or even if you just want to, again, like if you want to make art that empowers other black voices, like whatever you want to do about an issue, feel free to do so. And even if you don't go to even if it doesn't have to be racism specifically, like any issue in the school, and even if there's an issue outside of school and you just want to create an environment in school where you can work on those issues, feel free to do that. Really just talk to your principal about starting something. And let me tell you, me and somebody who graduated, we started this segment where we interview students at the school based on certain topics and create a video, and we would make slideshow segments where we did our own research and we would talk about certain topics pertaining to black culture, black history. I'm gonna actually put the link in the bio if you want to check out some of the videos. And it became like this big thing in our school that a lot of people know us for, and a lot of people, you know, they really enjoyed seeing the videos, and people really wanted to be in it. I would have some people say, oh, the next video you have to interview me. You know, we did black entrepreneurship, we made a slideshow about the history of cultural appropriation, and we talked about black art, black photographers, things like that. But it was just, we really influenced the different people in our school, both workers and students, and you can do that too, you know. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and to start things. Don't feel like you can't make a change in your school, because you can. And even in the world, you can do so much in the world. And that's the number one thing I'm always trying to tell people. People are always like, well, nothing we can do about it. There is so much we can do about it. There's like, the little things matter. Okay, it's really your mindset. If you believe you can do something about an issue, you can do it. Okay, and the most important thing is being aware, being confident within yourself, and just putting yourself out there. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to get to, was mental health. Any teenager is going to go through the ups and downs of mental health. Even middle school, like I know there were some crazy things happening in middle school. And even for me, I went through having bad mental health in middle school as well. So I understand it can be very crazy and it can be really overwhelming and you could feel like you don't have anybody. And that's also why it's important to create relationships with people and to find people who actually are there for you and support you and are reliable. You know, making good friends, people who are truly there for you and gonna show up, you know what I mean? And of course, you watching this, you should be reflecting that too. You should be treating your friends good and making them feel comfortable and supported and like they can talk to you. You shouldn't be telling everybody's business. If somebody comes to you about something, now I do want to say though, there are certain issues where it is valid for somebody to feel that they need to tell somebody if they feel like your health or you as a person is in danger. And I know that can be, I understand how you may feel like, oh, well, the trust is broken, you told somebody. But certain situations, if your health is in danger or if you are in danger and somebody is, you know, telling somebody, it's because they care about you. Okay, so I do want to put that out there. But still, when it comes to personal things overall, it's about trust. So if I'm telling you this, why are you telling the next person that? Why does Becky know? You know, like, why, you know, that shouldn't be happening. But back onto the whole mental health thing, it's very important that you are taking care of your mental health through high school. And like, if you're like me, oh my god, when I first get in high school, even now, you know, I'm trying to improve this, and I have improved on this a lot, but just please put yourself first, put your mental health first. Don't like just think, oh, I just have to get this done, I have to do this, I need to do it, like this doesn't matter. Please, if you need a break, if you need a nap, take a nap. And that's also why what I was saying about prioritizing your homework is important, because if you prioritize it correctly, you have more time to take a nap. You know what I mean? You have more time to take a nap, you have more time to feel relaxed. But yeah, I want to put that out there. Make sure that you're really taking your mental health seriously. And the sad thing is, schools don't take mental health seriously enough. And I've even met, like, I know this one student, I don't remember who it was, but he was saying, like, he believed this whole idea of mental health not needing to be taken as seriously. Like, he believed it. I think I was saying how, what was I saying? I don't remember. But for example, let's say like something was due, right? And you tell your teacher, hey, I need extra time on this. They give you extra time maybe. He would believe that that's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like, he would think like, oh, why do you need extra time? Like, you must be lazy. You must not be doing what, you know? And that is such a toxic idea to have on mental health. Like, you can't do things when your mental health is bad. It's so hard. I'm telling y'all from experience. And again, maybe you are doing what you need to do, you know, to prioritize your mental health, and you still feel bad. That's valid. And honestly, I know a lot of y'all need a therapist. Get a therapist if you can. Not everybody can get a therapist, I understand that. But if you can get a therapist, please get a therapist. Don't be scared to go to therapy. I went to therapy in 7th grade, and I loved my therapist. Oh my god, Anna, if you are out there, because she moved and I never saw her again. If you're out there, Anna, it's me, the little 7th grade girl. If you remember me, hi. I miss you. But I want to go back to therapy. And honestly, everybody, like, if therapy was free, I wish therapy was free. But I mean, I understand, because like, that's other people's time, you know, that they're taking for you. But if therapy was free, everybody would need therapy. Everybody, even people who you think will live the best life, everybody just needs therapy. Even people who are on their healing journey, get some therapy. Everybody needs therapy. Oh, also I want to say too, one thing that comes to prioritizing mental health is, you know, doing things for yourself and Like if you can't get therapy, still finding ways to express yourself. So one thing I started doing was actually recording myself on the voice memo app, like as if I'm talking to somebody when really I'm just talking to my phone. But also there's this app called WYSA, and it has been so helpful for me. Like I struggle with anxiety sometimes, and so it really helps me with my anxiety. And just like if I'm stressed out and I need to talk and I don't want to text an actual person, you know, I'll text the app. So that's the way. I'll show I'll do like a voice record thing and screen record it and everything. I don't want to explain it right now.
Okay, so this is what the app looks like. WYSA is like a little bird, or I guess a penguin. And so it tells you to take a deep breath. And then out. I love that it does that. It's kind of like a motivation, you know, and especially like if you're already stressed out. So usually like you'll be able to have a password code, kind of like a diary, but since I guess I've logged in so many times, it just takes me straight to my space. So here we have self-care. It has some different things that you can go into. You may not be able to do all of these unless you pay for it, so I have the free version. Then you're also able to get an actual therapist, so you could book a session if you wanted to, which is getting what they call a coach, I guess. And so they have different things that you can do, but I do not, I didn't want to pay for this app. So you would just go to Talk Now, or again, you could really go to anything. You're still going to be able to talk. It says, hey, how are you doing? And then you're able to like put this emoji to smile or sad, and it has different things like not great, kind of in the middle, pretty good, and then like super good. So we'll say as good as it gets for today. And it's saying, it looks like you're having a super day. Actually, you know what? I should show an example of what it looks like if you're having a bad day. Oh, guess it's not gonna let me do that. What made you feel good? I'll say, actually, I'm pretty upset. Oh, tell me more about that. And then there you go. You can just vent. Blah, 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 blah. And then you can go to your journal and you can see, it has it right there, was feeling upset. So it shows you like stuff that you've said. The thing is though, and this is the only thing that I get upset about, is that after a certain amount of time your stuff does disappear. So obviously I've had this app for about a year, so longer than July 2022. So it does disappear after some time, but you still have some stuff left, so I could always go back to old conversations for inspiration or just to reflect. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And I think like if you aren't that good at opening up, you should definitely get this app. Or even just like if your friend is busy and you need somebody to talk to, please get this app.
But yeah, download the app. I'm telling you, it is going to help you out so much. Me personally, I do not recommend hotlines. Like if you're going through depression and everything, I recommend therapy. I recommend, again, the app. I recommend going, please go out the house. Please. Like, I know you don't want to, but turn off the sad music. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Please, just step outside. Just for a little bit. Take 5 minutes out your day. Just go outside. If your mom asks you, hey, do you want to drive to the store with me? Please just say yes. Even if you're sitting in the back seat in your pajamas because you didn't feel like taking a shower today, at least you got out the house. You should be proud of yourself for that. And you should do that. Get out the house. And another thing that would help me feel better is just like, and this is if you're going through like depression or just in a terrible headspace, please, like, let's say for example you go to the movies or something, I would tell myself, well, if I'm not here, I'm never going to get to experience this again. You know, I could be walking my dog and feel relaxed, and that I'll take that feeling and say, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't feel you. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to walk my dog. You know what I mean? So that's something that you can also do that will make you feel better. But again, like doing little things like that, and I know it's like I could just ramble about this, but I'm not going to. Yeah, just do little things for yourself, please. And then also, I have a journal. I don't feel like getting it right now, but journaling helps so much. And it's kind of attached to TikTok as well. I'm not gonna rant about anything right now, but there is kind of this idea that, like, with the journal, like I have to specifically journal about this, and I have to manifest happiness in the end. Write about whatever you want. If you need to vent, if you're mad, angry, sad, write about it in your journal. You don't need a specific thing. Even myself, I have to get myself sometimes, because I'll look up like journal prompts, which they can be fun, don't get me wrong, I love prompts, but at the same time, you don't necessarily need them. Like, don't feel like you can't journal without a prompt. If you need to write in your journal, okay? I'm telling you, journals can really help. Especially if you are a writer and somebody who likes to write, get a journal. Write your feelings down. That's one way that's going to help you feel so much better. But yeah, if you are going into high school, please find some ways to be able to express yourself when your mental health is bad. Please make sure you are taking your mental health seriously, because it matters. I just want to add in one more thing as well. I know I said a lot of ways that you can help yourself and ways that you can vent if you have trouble opening up to actual people, but I want to also encourage you to talk to like a close friend or somebody that you can trust outside of a therapist. Even if you have a teacher or a parent who you trust or a family member who you trust, but of course I know most likely it's going to be one of your friends. So if you have a friend that you feel comfortable opening up to and that you feel like you can trust, please don't feel afraid to open up to your friends. And if you have no friends who make you feel comfortable, and not because of your own personal things that you have to overcome, but because you just genuinely don't feel like you can trust them, then they probably shouldn't be in your life as your friend. You should be able to trust your friends. Like, it's one thing for you to just have maybe certain trauma or just overthinking, you know, because a lot of people go through that. But if you genuinely do not trust somebody in your life, they shouldn't be in your life. So the next thing I want to say or go into is don't take your grades that seriously. And I know, like, you're probably like, huh? What are you talking about? This is coming from somebody who literally in 10th grade I got a B, and it wasn't even my overall grade. Like, I've always had straight A's in high school, okay? But I literally got a B on one assignment and I cried.
I'm just literally on the verge of like a mental breakdown.
This is okay. I'm telling you, don't take them that seriously. Like, me coming into high school, I was somebody who I would beat myself up over the little 90%. Why isn't it 95? Like, oh my God, I'm a failure. Stop. You get up. Get up. Wipe your eye. Why are you crying right now? Why are you crying right now? Why are you like this? I am shaming you. Yes, I am. Why are you like this? Stop it. Okay? like, just, you don't have to have the perfect grade, okay? And look, I'm still somebody who wants to have good grades, and I work very hard, and sometimes I am very hard on myself about my grades still, but not compared to 9th grade me. That was a different type of hard on myself. It was terrible. 9th, 10th grade, well no, 10th grade wasn't that bad, but 9th grade, very hard on myself. So if you are like that, don't be so hard on yourself. I promise you, it's okay. If you get a B, it is okay. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't take it seriously at all. I'm not saying don't take it seriously. I'm just saying don't beat yourself up over your grades, okay? So don't let it define you, okay? Just because you're not a failure just because you don't have the perfect grades. But that doesn't mean you should be out here skipping class, just not caring at all, okay? So again, you know, take it seriously, try to get your work done, but you know, we all go through things in life. We all are not going to be as knowledgeable as each other, and we all don't have the same learning ability and I'm trying to think of the right word, learning skills. Not everybody learns the same way, and that can really affect people, you know, like especially if your teacher is not, I'm sorry, look, not to come for the teachers, some of y'all don't teach that well. Look, some of you, and look, I understand if your response to that is, well, it would be really helpful if my students let me know. That is valid, that's valid, but I'm specifically talking about teachers who, one, are rude, and two, don't know how to teach. Because then it's like, how can you even expect your students to like communicate to you and tell you that they're not understanding something if you're not making them feel comfortable? Don't beat yourself up over your grades. I promise you. Like, you're okay, love. I already know this video is going to be super long. Okay. 2 more things that I want to mention in this video. Don't feel like you have to go to college. If you don't want to go to college, and I know like a lot of people have parents who make them feel like they have to go to college to be anything in life. There is this idea, it's like how do I explain it? It's like a robot mindset that a lot of us are supposed to have, where we, one, believe that we can't start our lives until we get to a certain age. 2, don't believe we can't start our lives till after we get a degree, till after college. And 3, that we have to go to college, and that college is connected to how much money you make. And I will say college is necessary as far as it being existent. Like, it's good that college exists, yes, but does that mean it's for everybody? No. And should it be for everybody? No. And should people be forced to go to college? No. Why? Because it's not for everybody, okay? And there's like this idea that if you don't go to college, you're going to be broke for the rest of your lives, which is not true. It's not true. You don't need college. We as a world need college, but does that mean people specifically, that everybody specifically needs college? No. Thank you to all the college professors and the people who are taking the time to build these colleges, the people who are taking the time to have the idea of owning a college, and you know, all the money going in and all the people in there working, even the janitors. One other thing I want to let me say this right now. If you're going to high school, please say good morning to the janitors. Please thank them, make them feel appreciated. These janitors are so hard working. I always feel bad for the janitors, especially when you have some messy classmates. I'm sorry, I gotta call y'all out. The lunchrooms, the cafeteria, oh my god. Look, I don't know what school some of y'all are going to, but be prepared to see some stuff on the ground. You know how, like, if you're going to a park and you look down to make sure you don't step in any dog poop, you might have to do that in the cafeteria to make sure you don't step on food. What? And for that reason, janitors, if you're seeing this, you are amazing. And if nobody else loves you, I love you. And if nobody else says good morning to you, I'm going to say good morning to you. Why? You deserve it, okay? And that's saying thank you to everybody in these colleges, but not everybody needs it. Not everybody's going to experience you. Not everybody's going to meet you. Why? Not everybody's going to college. And that is valid. And to the adults seeing this, please stop forcing your children to go to college. Please stop forcing your students to go to college. And of course, it's valid to want to encourage people to go to college. That's great. But not everybody wants a career that college is going to help out. College may help out. Okay, let me say that. College may help out, but college is not going to get everybody where they want to be. College isn't for everybody. And if you only want to go to college to meet people, don't go to college. I'm telling y'all now, don't go to college. Like it's gonna, and then think about this. It's gonna be such a waste of money. Like there are so many people who go to college, get there, and then realize college isn't for them. You don't really want to be one of those people who has their parents spend all this money on college just for them to drop out. Why be a college dropout when you could just not go to college? And look, for any colleges looking at this, I am not encouraging people to just drop out or not go to college. Let's clarify that now. I am encouraging people to do what they truly want to do and not what other people want for them. If you want to go to college, go to college. And that too, like, don't be afraid to apply to like these big colleges either. Like, you can do it, okay? If you want to go to college, be a college person. But if you don't want to go to college, don't feel like you have to. Because you don't. And you shouldn't be forced to. You shouldn't be made to feel stupid or like a failure or just bad about it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I can't believe that this video is about to be over after 2 hours, but it is the truth. And this is the last thing I have to say. Make memories. Okay. Oh my God. I know you're going to be told this so much, but it's the truth. And you need to understand. The time goes so fast. I'm a senior. I'm about to be 18. That doesn't make sense. I would I just graduated middle school. I was just 14. I was so young. And now people are gonna call me old. Like, y'all freshmen, I'm old to y'all. What? Little kids think I'm grown. I am a child. But little kids think I'm an adult. Like, come on. And apparently substitutes think I am graduated. And we're not gonna get back into it. Anyway, the time goes by so fast. Please make memories. Make memories. Live your life. Do what you need to do. Take pictures. Please, like, your life matters, okay? Your life matters. Your high school life matters. Well, no, let me not say high school life matters. Your life matters. You are important, and the things that go on in your life and the memories you make are important as well. So make memories and take pictures of them. What did I just say? Whoa. Take pictures if you want to, okay? Just enjoy your life. Like, make memories in high school, please. Do stuff. Put yourself out there. And I want to say too, like, even if you don't do anything you want to in high school, because I have to remind myself this too, because sometimes I feel like I didn't do enough in high school, even though I low-key did. Like, I think I just have high expectations for myself. But I do want to say I did stuff. Like, I lived my life. And even if you're not doing certain things, you still lived your life. Okay, so again, don't be like me. Don't put all these expectations. Oh, I gotta jump out the ceiling.
As you can see, this video is long because I was filming for a certain period of time and I started to trip really bad. So we're just gonna ignore some of the difficulties that started going on in my brain.
I said what I said. Jumping off the ceiling. Oh, I gotta jump off the ceiling. I gotta jump off my roof. I gotta do all of this. I gotta run with the dolphin. Why am I just said run with the dolphin. Oh my god, you should make friends like me. People who can make you laugh. I hope I'm making all of y'all laugh right now. I hope all of y'all are rolling around on the ground right now. Oh my god, Sarai, you're so funny. I know I'm cringy, but that's okay. Okay? And if you have a problem with it, you should still subscribe to me. Yeah. Wait. Wait. I don't know which way I'm gonna pose. Okay. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you felt like I gave good advice, and I hope that you're able to take the advice I give and use it for your own benefit. And to everybody going to high school, I hope you have a great high school experience, and I hope you meet wonderful friends like
I'm scared. I don't know what was that, guys.
Oh. Also, even if you are not a freshman, maybe you're also a senior. Hey. Maybe you're a junior. Hey. Maybe you're a sophomore. Not just playing. Ain't sophomores. Regardless of the grade you're in, I hope you can still take everything I said and use it. You can still watch this video. So if you just scroll past everything I said and somehow made it to the end of this video, go back and watch the video. And if you skipped any parts, go back and watch the video. O'Reilly. Like, comment, subscribe, hit post notifications. Oh my god, I'm not on. That's how you know I'm not posting enough. Why am I forgetting anything? Share with your friends and family, and stick around for more videos, please. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so cute, but it's giving Sarai. Nobody is like me, so it's giving Sarai. I just have such a cute smile. Stop playing with me. I am so obsessed with myself and I don't care. Okay, bye guys.